We are still in late July, of course, and Mother Nature will be reminding us of that in the coming days with a resurgence of high temperatures and high humidity. That combination leads to an elevated heat risk. Here's tomorrow, moderate to borderline major heat risk across the region. Look what happens, though, by the time we get to Monday. That red color expands. That could be the hottest day of the stretch. Major heat risk. Now, there's a front that's getting ready to drop on down, so by the time we get to Tuesday, we are still hot, but changes are beginning to occur off towards the north, and by the second half of this upcoming week, that heat risk should all but subside, or at least that major heat risk should all but subside. For the day tomorrow, though, we are certainly in the heat. It's feeling more like the upper 90s. Even some spots wouldn't be surprised, especially in rural areas, to see heat index levels getting up close to, if not surpassing by a couple of degrees, the century mark. Again, we are essentially dry all day long with a mix of sun and clouds, although with this elevated humidity, I won't completely rule out an isolated shower or two, especially south of Rockford. Rockford and the rest of the region is dry. We've seen those shower threats continue to diminish, pull off towards the south and west, or south and east, from earlier today's activity. And as we head into the overnight period, I'm not worried about the shower threat, but I am worried about some locally dense fog which could develop, especially in spots that earlier saw a little bit more rainfall. So if you are out early tomorrow morning, please be mindful of that fog, which could be very dense in certain spots, especially with the elevated humidity. That clears. We're giving way to a day that features a fair amount of sunshine, temperatures rising well into the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees, but as you just saw, it won't matter what the actual temperature is. It will feel much hotter than that, feeling like the upper 90s. Tomorrow night will start off dry, but there's a chance late of some of these showers and storms swinging on down from the upper Midwest. I think this is definitely overdoing it, but there is a chance Monday morning of a shower or a thunderstorm locally. Feels like readings, as we just saw, will be in the upper 90s. Tomorrow into Monday, even higher. We could be talking about a few spots getting over, more than just a few spots actually, getting over the 100-degree mark in terms of the feel outside. So moving forward, as that front gets closer, we just talked about that front bringing eventually some changes, that will increase the shower and storm threat Tuesday and then perhaps into Wednesday. But what it will do is lower those dew points, lower that humidity significantly. So look what happens by the end of the week. All of that is shoved off towards the south, which means much more comfortable conditions on the way. Still have to get through some heat and humidity, though. Tonight, 70 degrees. Tomorrow, 90. That threat of storms look very minimal. I think the better threat is early Monday morning before changes occur by the end of the week.